Alright, so I'm actually in another part of the hospital and residents actually live here down these corridors, as you can see in that way. You probably hear a little bit of music. Yeah, so residents do live in this part of the hospital. It's kind of been converted to a resident area where, you know, they can rent a room here and stuff. Yolanda has also mentioned it's quite creepy down here. It's like a coal, where they collected their coal. So yeah, there's apparently some weird things down here that has been experienced. So we're just going to quickly go down here and have a little look. So here's the old, where they got obviously collected the coal there. Oh, these boards are a bit dodgy. Yeah, it's really dark down here. I'm just going to flick my torch on my camera on. Oh, look at that, that's creepy. There's an old chair in there. So this is where they had the coal, obviously. Oh wow. There's all those old pressure valves and that. Yeah, the other guys didn't want to go down here, so I'll do another mission by myself. See, it's pretty weird down here. Oh, I can hear someone. Hopefully I don't get locked in here. Bit of a creepy room randomly in the resident area. Obviously it was the hospital back then. You can see it goes back up to where people are, so yeah, just thought you guys would be interested in that. I'm just coming to another part of the resident area, and there's actually some old hospital equipment that was found in a lot of these buildings, and they've put it in as a little display over here. Yeah, old machine there that they used. There's like a mannequin in there. Mannequin gripper. But yeah, as you can see, there's an old machine. Looks like it was a breathing machine, you know, it went on their mouth and stuff. And there's a bed for obviously the young children, babies. Some more old equipment there. That was an old vacuum cleaner there. So yeah, that's a really cool display that you can actually see. And this part is actually fully accessible for anybody, you know, that wants to come and visit Seaview, you know, check out some of the old equipment. And yeah, you can even book a room here. There's a area where you can book a room and stuff. So yeah, honestly, come down to Seaview, check out the amazing views. I've been told that even in the resident area, which is here, which is all done up for people, there is activity. So you can come here for the night and obviously see if you get anything, you know, if you got all your ghost hunters or whatever. So yeah, apparently there's a lot of activity in this building as well, because it's still all part of the hospital. So yeah, come down to Seaview and check it all out. So it's been a little bit since we were at the Seaview Asylum. Just touching base back with you, Vandon. Now, you saw a woman in the window. I've got you and Levi that claim that you saw something. What exactly did you see in the window?
Well, went in one room and I just looked straight ahead and I just saw a figure in the window, and I could tell it was a woman, slim, got a little spooked, but not too scared at all about it.
Is there any distinctive features that you saw on this woman?
No, I didn't. Not at all.
You just saw a slim woman on there?
Yeah,
was it directly, was the woman looking at you, or was it looking away?
I think it was directly looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you saw that?
Felt a bit nauseous a bit. Felt like I was getting a bit drained a bit.
Right.
But then yeah, I just felt a bit uneasy after a while. Didn't feel scared over it, just found it a bit odd in a way. Just experiencing seeing something like that.
So have you ever seen anything like that before in your life?
Probably when I was younger.
Yeah.
Probably when I was a little kid.
Now I understand that you saw a couple of other things in there. Did you want to describe those things quickly, like what you felt in there and what you saw?
So I was looking down one of them was a big long hallway, and I saw something slightly move at the end of the hallway, and I just thought, oh, that's a bit odd, because I knew it was none of you guys at all. I just saw this black figure. That's all I saw, just sort of slightly move across the room. And there's one point where we were outside, and I just felt from the lower back to my shoulders just shiv straight back up. The last film we went into, after a while, started feeling like a bit crook, feeling like not right in a way. And then when we went outside I felt fine, completely back to normal.
Yeah. You said there was a moment where you heard breathing in your ear?
Yeah. I walked away from you guys at some point, and I just, not that far, just went round the corner, I just heard a breathing sound in my ear.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense, eh?
It sure is.
Just remembering back to the events of Seaview. Now, look, obviously, on camera, we can clearly see there's something in the window.
Yeah.
On both sides of that window. Very strange. From your point of view, Levi, what did you see?
It wasn't only seeing that came across. Obviously, I did see I don't want to say elderly, I'd say 40, 45 kind of age range lady, wearing almost like a black, I don't want to say trench coat, but like long overthrow coat with a black Abe Lincoln kind of hat, you know. And remember, it was nighttime, so a lot of the clothing and stuff would have been a bit different. But yeah, I saw a lady, and it was almost like she was facing horizontal from the window, but she was kind of looking at me like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that age range, and I honestly believe that I saw something out there, to the point where I thought someone was standing outside. That's how prominent it was to me.
Wow, so you're quite descriptive with it, obviously. A bit more than Vandon was, which is amazing. How did you feel in that moment when you saw that?
Confused. And I know that may sound weird saying, you know that I was confused, but I was like, what is that? But that's not the only thing I experienced. Earlier, off camera, and it sucks that the other one was off camera, I felt ice cold, almost like ice water was shooting through my veins from the lower part of my back here through to the side of my shoulder, like a shiver up your spine, but it was ice cold. It was
intense feeling.
Yeah, it was, and it's so bizarre because this is the first haunted video I've done.
Yeah.
And also it's the first thing I've ever captured on camera and the first thing I've ever experienced. So it was very. I don't want to. It's hard to put into words. Like, it still baffles me to this day how to explain what I experienced.
Thinking on that, have you ever experienced anything in your life before?
No,
paranormal
never.
Wise, ghosts, nothing.
Never.
Nothing.
Crazy coincidences, yeah. But ghost, paranormal activity, poltergeist, no.
It's just amazing someone that like you that's never experienced anything all of a sudden has seen this. And
well, yeah, exactly. Unless something has happened, back when I was too young to remember.
Knowing what you've seen now, do you believe in the paranormal, or are you still on the fence with it all? What are your thoughts to sum this up?
That is the hardest question people ask me. They ask me, do you believe in paranormal now? And I'm like, I have seen something, but I don't have the explanation for it.
Right.
If I had an explanation for what it was, I would probably be just one way. But I'm still very on the fence about it because I can't. There is no explanation to what I saw. There is no explanation to what I felt. You can't explain it, so you can't be one-sided about it. But that's personally.
No, that's all good. No, thanks very much for that, Levi. Just getting your your part and on all this and your take on it. We're just going to check it out, and for this daytime explore, then we're going to do a bit of stuff. I don't know. Oh, they must. So what? They put their hands on here, and they just.
Well, no, they put them in paint, and then they put them up there.
Yeah, I know. Obviously. There's grass growing, mate. There's blooming grass growing.
Oh, yeah, so it's Hell's Gates right here, Stuart.
Oh, we got Hell's Gates.
So what's the...
I'll just start and then you ready?
Yep.
This property is massive. There's heaps of other buildings over there. Obviously you can see they're boarded up, they're abandoned, they've just been left here. So the building we're just in, it wasn't the only building on this property. It is huge. Obviously we're going to be staying the night in the one that we just explored. That's going to be our main building. But yeah, there's heaps more on this property.
And closed in 2029.
Sorry, I'll just
yeah.
So eventually all this is going to go, is it? Are they getting rid of it all? Or?
So all the condemned buildings are going to go.
Yeah.
And I think the proposed idea is to put up social housing buildings.
Social housing, alright, okay. So they're completely getting rid of most of the condemned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just obviously that one will go eventually.
Yep.
And then, yep, oh wow. Right, yeah, no, I was gonna say earthquakes, but we're not really in Christchurch, are we?
Why does it keep happening?
What?
Keeps taking photos. Oh, look.
No, you're pressing the wrong button.
That's the button I'm pushing now.
Oh, because you're on camera mode, no wonder.
No. I'm just gonna push it. You know the castle on the hill joke I made in the last thing? Wheels don't work like they used to before.
Alright. Is there anything here that wants to make themselves known? Go to 092. Do you want to make yourself known by making a sound here? Wow. So what to say? So I have to sleep. These are cheers, so small. Tiny, isn't it? Right, we ready or what?